Hi, my name is Kylie Blacksell and I'm from Human Happiness, and welcome to your new moon in Pisces on the 18th of March yoga class. If this is your first time, then a very big welcome to you. We're just going to start off with an activation, so we're just warming up the body, just shaking out anything we brought with us, shaking out of the shoulders down to the earth, and then shaking up. Now, if you do have blood pressure, heart condition, shoulder issues, just keep the hands at head height or a bit below the head for everything that we do today. Otherwise, you're quite welcome to come up a little bit higher. So this class, let's go around to the right. This class happens around about every fortnight. I line it up with the moons, so you'll get a class for every new moon and every full moon that we have through the year. It's completely free, and it's totally suitable for all levels of fitness and health conditions, etc. But of course, do consult your health professional before engaging in any kind of physical activities. Let's just go around in a circle, and again, keep the head above the waist if there's any concerns about blood pressure, heart condition, vertigo, dizziness, or if you do have a blocked up nose or ears, eyes, any conditions there, keep your head above your waist. Otherwise, you're welcome to go a little bit further down there. So shaking it out, we're still just warming up the body here. And so what we do in these classes is we actually tailor the classes to counter the energy that's going on. Let's go the other way. Astrologically and numerologically on the planet at this time, around the new moon, in this particular case, the new moon in Pisces. So I'll give you a little spiel as we're doing the activation each time, and to give you an idea of what we're dealing with, and then we'll go into the actual yoga class. So around one more time. So there's a really big emphasis at the moment, obviously because we're in Pisces. Let's just do gentle swings around. We're in Pisces at the moment, so there is always an energy associated with Pisces to connect with Source, to really tune in, because it is a very dreamy, it's a very psychic energy, the Pisces energy. And even more so at the moment, a real emphasis, let's just bring the hands up a little bit higher. And again, keep them a little bit lower if you do have the blood pressure, heart condition, shoulder issues. So connecting to Source, tuning in, really important at this time, because we're phasing out of the dreamy, psychic kind of energy that we've been experiencing for, at least a month now. So quite a while you've been sort of just dreaming away and tuning in, but then we're going to be moving quite quickly into dynamic, cardinal, goal-oriented action. So it's time to tune in to work out what it is you really want to be doing and get going on it. So new moon on the 18th means new beginnings, new starts. So bring the hands down a little bit lower and just moving forward. So this is going to prepare you, this yoga class will prepare you for that. But first, we're going to make sure you come into that place of stillness so that you can just tap opposite knee with opposite hand. So you can actually find what it is. Dream big, but tune in. Allow you to actually tune in. And it's a really good time as well around the new moon to look into long-term thinking and planning. So the first part of the yoga class will actually allow you to come to an incredible place of calmness and stillness. And of course you can repeat this as many times as you like leading up to the moon. Let's go for the heels if you can reach them back there. If you can't, you're quite welcome to stick with the knees. We still have the ongoing energy that's been happening since 2011 with Uranus and Pluto square. And it's still demanding that freedom and that voice and that equality. So there may be something that's been going on for you since around that time, where you're wanting that freedom of choice, being able to express what it is that you really need or want. Let's go for some hit circles here. So just very gentle, just whatever's within your limits here with all of these movements. I will guide you with each movement, the modifications that are necessary for particular health considerations, but of course, always do within your limits. So just around in circles, and then let's go the other way. So yeah, I'll also be focusing a little bit on that freedom and equality as we move to certain movements today, certain asanas that we're going to be doing. We also have, around this new moon, let's do some figure eights here. We have, around this moon, the sun and the moon are very, very tight conjunct with Chiron. And we also have Mars tightly square with Chiron. Now Chiron is, Chiron is the wounded healer. Okay, let's go the other way. And basically it's feeling those really strong wounds from hurts from the past. But the idea is to actually use those wounds, as Pam Gregory said in her reading, which is the readings that I use for these classes, that we can learn and become wise from our wounds rather than sticking and staying in the wounds and feeling the pain. And it's okay to feel the pain, definitely an important part of the healing, but to actually move through them and not stay stagnant in the pain. There may be a feeling of raw injustice, definitely a restlessness and a frustration, impatience and anger, and that will be dealt with in our pranayama today. We'll do a lot of work on helping with that restlessness and impatience, and definitely the anger. Just doing some figure eights with your hands, and again, keep the arms low if you know that you need to do that today. So don't stay in the pain, don't sit in the pain for a long time. It's part of a healing journey is to feel the pain, to let the pain out, to let the anger out, whatever the emotions are associated with that pain. So just coming back into the middle here, coming into the heart. And then let's just scooping under, nice gentle scoops. So it's a time to forgive and let go and move on. So a lot of the pranayama we're going to do today will help you with that. So first we're going to bring you to a place of incredible stillness, calmness, and starting to start to look at those dreams and be able to fulfill those dreams, because it is a time to dream big and to really focus on that. And then we're going to do the triangles. We're going to do the extended lateral triangle and the rotated triangle. And don't panic, we can modify these. So just bring the hands up a little higher and then over the head if that's comfortable for you. Or of course keep the hands lower if you need to. And they're going to really recharge you. They're going to reinvigorate you. They're going to give you creative solutions to whatever it is you're dealing with at the moment. And a lot wider picture, a lot more clarity. Come back to your eyes and an awareness of nature and beauty and a feeling of freedom and joy. So that's where we're going to really open up that freedom that we've been longing for, possibly since 2011. So it's been a lot of energy there. On the 18th of March, we actually have a 5 universal day, and March is a 5 universal month, and we're currently in a 2 universal year. So numerologically speaking, it's an excellent day to have that freedom of self-expression. So bring your hands in and have the palms facing away. Stretch the shoulders across and breathing out as you lean forward a little bit. So it's a little bit of a forward lean like this. Okay. And then breathing in, opening up the chest. And of course, if you have any hernia issues, do this very, very gently as you reach outwards. So breathing in as you open up and breathing out. Okay, so this, again, we're still activating the body, getting it ready for the yoga. And there's quite a few preps to do today with your asanas that are going to be coming up. So lots to do, but well worth the journey, absolutely. And one more, breathing in and then out. And then bring the right foot out to the front. And this is your right foot, I'm just going to mirror you here. So lifting up and then come back to the middle and then right foot to the back. So we're just moving the right foot here and keeping the left foot still. So And coming back into the middle, and let's go for the left foot. So I will mirror you in all of the movements today. So my left is your right, essentially. It can be a little bit confusing for some people, but see how you go. All right, and then come back into the middle. And you can grab a chair if you need to. If you have any osteoporosis, any hip issues, hip surgery, balance issues, please keep your feet on the floor, or you can grab a chair or a wall. You can keep your foot on the floor and just wriggle it around like this, or bring it up. Nice big shake, shake it out. And then circles with the ankle in one direction, and then circles in the other direction. And then foot out to the side, little bit of a shake, and back, and a little bit of a swing. Just checking myself there, checking all the things are in the right spots. Okay, and same foot up and around. And again, if there's hip issues here, you're not going to do this one. You're just going to keep the foot on the floor. Okay, just a little bit of a shake, and let's switch to the other side. So shaking out the front. Of course, you can put your favourite nice soft music on in the background if you like when you're doing this yoga class, in circles in one direction. And of course, share this with as many people as you like. Text it to people, Facebook it to people, email it to people the other way. Think about people that could really benefit from doing a regular yoga class that maybe can't get to a class on a regular basis. Maybe they're too busy, maybe they can't afford it, or maybe there's nobody around that can teach the class. Maybe they're remote somewhere. Shake out the back, and a bit of a swing. Okay, and the same leg up and around, and back. Lovely. Now there's a few preps we need to do. Now, if you can grab yourself a strap, maybe press pause. If you don't have a strap, it can just be a belt or a ribbon or something. Anyway, it could even be a towel. It doesn't really matter. Something that you can grab and hold apart like this. And then just place your hands about a hand's width away from your thighs. Excuse me. And then breathing in, lift the hands up. And breathing out, just lean a little bit to the back. So you've got a very slight lean beyond your head, if that's comfortable for you. What we're doing here is warming up your pecs, because we're going to be doing some fairly strong poses. The triangles are strong poses if you do the full pose. And just release that. We'll do it again. Breathing in and out. But of course, as I said, you can modify them, so it's not a really big deal. All right, and then just releasing that. And it is important to do the body preps before you actually go into the poses. So if you do this again, please do the activation and body prep yourself. And then just standing with your feet about hip width apart. We won't get too technical in at this particular time. And then lift your hands up. Sorry, getting my hands into position here. So have your right hand up above, palm facing down, and your left hand below. And then just lift the right hand up, lift the spine up. So you're lifting yourself up. And then gently breathing out, just a gentle bend to the side, just whatever's within your limits here. Okay, now this will be the modification that people do if later when I'm doing the poses, just breathing in, come back and out, bend the knees a little bit, breathing in, lift the hand up and over. So if I say that you're unable due to, if you're menstruating, the first 3 days of your menstrual cycle, if you're pregnant, if you're postnatal for the first 3 months, and even if you have spinal disc issues or hernia issues, you'll be doing this instead of the triangles, okay? So just a very soft side bend. Breathing in and out. So at the moment we're using it as a body prep, but you will be doing this if you have those particular things going on at the moment. And breathing in. And of course it's within your own discretion, so you'll know to what extent you can do things, depending on what your health professional has said to you as well. Okay, that's a little bit of a prep there. And just moving, I'll do this to the side. Put your right foot out to the front. The left foot's about 45 degrees and turn around so you're facing your right foot. You can do this facing the screen, that's not a problem. And keep this right leg fairly straight and just gently walk your hands down until you feel a stretch in the back of the top of your right leg. Okay, wherever that happens to be. It may only be to here. You might feel the stretch at this spot, or you may be able to come down even lower, depending on how stretchy your hamstring's feeling today. Okay. And if, again, if there's blood pressure issues, heart condition, you're going to keep that head above the waist, okay? So not coming down quite so low there. The idea is to do most stretches for about 20 seconds to hold the stretch if you can, and not to overstretch. So you feel a stretch, but you don't feel pain, okay? You're not feeling enormous strain. You can still have a conversation while you're while you're doing the stretch. And gently walk the hands back up. Just check that you're not too dizzy here. So take your time, take it nice and easy, and then around to the other side. So just coming down to wherever you feel the stretch on the other side. So these preps are particularly important for what it is we're going to be doing. Okay. Now you may need a chair for this next movement. And just gently walk your hands up. Give your head some time to readjust to the height that you're at. So a modification to the one I'm about to do is you can sit on the side of a chair. So you can put half of your bottom on the chair and just put your leg out to the side. So feeling a little bit of a stretch in there is one way to do this next movement. Another modification is you can be on your knees and just put your foot out the side and just place your hands on the floor. You'll feel a little bit of a stretch in there. And if you're feeling like doing the full version, come up into the squat, and then move your leg out to the side. Okay, so choose whichever one works for you. Just enjoy that stretch. So you should feel a little bit of a stretch in here, and a bit of a squeeze back here at the hips. And breathing in, just point the toes towards your head, and breathing out, stretch away. Breathing in, and then out. And then switch to the other side. Now you can bring your foot in, switch it over, or you can lift yourself up and just go across to the other side. Breathe in and out. Lovely. All right, and just going into the butterfly. So sitting your bottom on the floor if that's comfortable for you, and just placing your feet together wherever that works for you. These pants aren't really going to be very forgiving here, but just gently pushing down with your elbows down towards the floor. So getting another nice stretch there. Okay, and then coming into the weaving cat. If you know you've got blood pressure issues, heart condition, etc., you're not going to do the weaving cat because your head's going to be below your waist. So I'd suggest you just relax your shoulders, bring your hand around, and just stretch your shoulder across. Okay, you should feel a stretch in the back of your shoulder there. All right, otherwise you can do the weaving cat. I'll show you from the side. You go into what looks like the cat position. Okay, lift your right hand up, breathing in. And when you breathe out, scoop the right hand through the gap between your left hand and your left knee, and rest your shoulder on the floor if that's possible for you. And just really enjoy that stretch of the shoulder. It is important to stretch this before we do those other movements. And coming up, I'll show you from the front with the other side. Going into the cat, breathing in, lifting up the left hand. Breathing out, allow the left hand to go all the way through. Resting the head and the shoulder on the floor if that's comfortable for you, if that's possible for you. And then gently coming back up. Okay. We've got one more little thing to do, and that's the spiral. And this does require floor action. You could do it standing up to an extent. You could just lean against a wall and do exactly the same thing as if you were laying on the floor. So that is a possibility if you know you're not going to be able to lay on the floor. So if we just lay on our right side, and I'll do the opposite. And what you want to do is like as if you're sitting on a chair. So you want your legs at a right angle. Okay, so the thighs are coming out at 90 degrees to your mat, and your shins are parallel to the mat. Okay, you can put a little pillow underneath your head if you like. Okay, or just place your head on the floor and have your hands straight out at 90 degrees to the mat. And then breathing in, allow your left hand to come up above your head, directly up at the sky. Breathing out, you open up. This is a really delightful opening. Now keeping the knees as if they're velcroed together and just going as far as feels comfortable for you. And gazing out towards your left hand. And then breathing in, coming back and out. Breathing in, so allowing a flowing movement and breathing out. So hold the stretch just for a few moments and then breathing in and out. One more time. In and out. There is quite a bit of prep here, but it is well worth it when you go into the asanas. And in fact, the prep can be just as delightful as the, the asanas themselves. And then this time, get the left hand and allow it to make a circle up above your head. So breathing in, hand comes up above the head. You draw a circle. I'm a little bit restricted here with what I've got in front of me, but you draw a circle all the way around. And then breathing out, past your thighs, back to where you started. So breathe in, up above your head. And out. Down, past your thighs. And one more time, in. This is a lovely movement to do if you don't feel like getting up, or if you're feeling a little bit not like you can do some yoga. It's a really lovely one to do. So that's that side. So now just turn yourself over to the other side. I'll flip over on the mat. So lining yourself up again, checking that your shins are parallel to the mat and your thighs are at right angles to the mat, perpendicular. And then just have your arms out to the front. So breathing in, right hand comes up. Breathing out, reach across as far as feels comfortable. Breathing in and out. This is called the spiral. So it's a lovely one to do if you're a couple of minutes before you're going to bed and you're like, oh, I don't have time to do anything too full on, but I want to do something. This is a really good one to do. Breathing in at the top allows you to be conscious of your breath. Breathing in, your hand movements with the breath. Here's a type of meditation. And then up above the head. So breathing in, up we go, create a circle, draw a circle all the way around. And out, back to where you started. In and out. One more time. In and out. Lovely. And then gently bringing yourself back up, and we're actually ready to start the yoga. I know that seems crazy. Okay, so just having a little drink of water if you can. Preferably always have a bottle near you. Okay. So let's start the yoga itself. So getting yourself into Tadasana. So lifting up one of your heels and just pivot around until the heel touches the big toe at the front there. And then pivot back on your ball of your foot. So you should be around about hip width apart by this stage. So breathing in, tightening up the knees, and breathing out, nice soft knees. So always a softness in your knees if you can manage to do that. Move the awareness up to your hips, and I'll just show you from the side. So just pushing the pelvis forwards, pushing the pelvis back, and then finding a nice middle ground there. A nice, as if you were holding a bowl of water in there and you didn't want it to tip out. And move your awareness up to your shoulders, breathing in and out. Breathing in at the front, rolling out to the back. And then one more time. And out. And this time just breathe in, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift them up. A little bit of a tilt with the chin, and then out. Flick it out. One more time, breathe in and out. You'll feel like your chest is nice and open and your shoulder blades are nice, sitting back there, squeezing together. Allow your arms to just be relaxed by your side, your chin parallel to the floor. Imagine there's a string attached to your sternum lifting you up to the sky, and another string attached to your crown lifting you up to the sky. You might feel a lengthening in your spine as you do this. Definitely as you start to progress with the yoga, you'll start to feel your spine. So you're standing nice and tall, and then breathing in. When you breathe out, lifting up your pelvic floor, so it's a big muscle from the front to the back underneath here. Feel like you're just squeezing it in like a kaleidoscope, just pulling it up gently, just 10%. This is not a vigorous sequence that we're going to be doing. And you're now in Tadasana, so standing nice and tall. And we're going to move straight into the earth suites, the earth sequence. So breathing in. When you breathe out, just relax the knees even more and just allow your hands to clasp gently down at your pelvis. And then just lifting the hands up to just underneath the chin. Turn the palms down, bend the knees a little bit. And then again, you can keep the hands, I'll do the modification here, keep the hands lower for blood pressure, heart condition, shoulder issues, and then coming down. So breathing in, hands come up, just below the chin. Breathing out, and then as we go down, the knees bend just a little bit more. Breathing in. This is the full version, bringing the hands up above the head and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathe in, feel like your breath is lifting your hands up to your chin. And breathing out, like a feather, it gently falls back down. And breathing in. This calms your entire nervous system, your parasympathetic and your sympathetic nervous systems. Gives you a deep sense of calm and stillness and a sense of safety. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. Now we're going to move into the squat, and I'll do the modified version first with everybody, so we'll just move into it together. So breathing in. This is just going to be a slightly deeper bend with the knee. So push the bottom out the back and just a slightly deeper push down and then up. So making sure that bottom goes back and the knees stay behind your toes. So don't let the knees creep out in front of the toes there. So that's a modified version. You're quite welcome to do the full version with me now if you like, if you know that squatting is okay for you. Breathing out, down you go into a full squat. When you get to the bottom, same thing, breathing in, coming back up and out. Imagine there's roots growing out of your soles of your feet, out of the base of your spine, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and out. Feel that connection with the earth. Even if you're up in a building somewhere, up many stories high, feel those roots growing all the way down into the earth. Breathing in as the hands come up and out. Feel the knees relaxing as the hands come down. Breathing in and out. Start to feel a sense of hope and joy for the future. Start to see what those dreams might look like. What is it? What goals would you like to set for this month coming into that new moon? One more time. Feel a sense of inspiration and strength going through your veins and out. So we're going to be doing the next one, which is a wider stance. Keep the stance very shallow if you're pregnant, of course, or it's the first 3 days of your menstrual cycle, or even if you have glaucoma, detached retina, blood pressure issues. Keep the stance quite shallow and keep the head above the waist, so don't come down too low. Otherwise, you're welcome to come out a little further. And I'll show you at first. If you've done this before, please feel welcome to join in. So it's the same movement with the hands. Breathe in. When you breathe out, you bend the knees, push that bottom out the back. Your hands come down to wherever you feel comfortable. Then you bend the knees quite a bit, like you're sitting on a chair, and then coming back up. Breathing in and then out. Okay, so breathing in, breathing out. Keep the head above the waist if you have any concerns about blood pressure, heart condition, etc. Then bend the knees quite strongly, push the bottom back, up you come. Feel that strength in your feet. You should feel a real grounding happening in your feet. This is quite a strong stance. Breathing in and out. Feel that lovely stretch, pushing up as you breathe in and out. Feel a groundedness, feel a real pushing down in the edges of your feet there. Big breath out, down you go. Breathing in, push that bottom to the back. Up you go and out. Breathing in and out. In and out. Okay, and now we're going into putting your right foot, your right to the front, and your left foot is, again, it's around about a 45 degrees stance there at the back as well. And turning so that your hips face the direction of your right foot, and just check that when you bend your right knee, it doesn't go past that ankle. So I'll show you from the side what you're after here. So you don't want that knee to go any further forward than that. You don't want it to go past your ankle, okay? And I'll show you the movement from here as well, so you can see what happens. Breathing in, you're welcome to join in. Breathing out, bend the knee, scoop the hands are up. Then breathing in, straighten the knee, pause, and then hands come out. Okay, that's the movement. We'll do that again. Check that the hips are facing the direction of your toes. Breathing in and out. Scooping down. Very strong stance. Breathing in, straighten the knee, pause, and then out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, pause, and out. Feel that softening, feel that connection with the earth. Breathing in and out. Bend the knees, scoop. Breathing in and out. And one more time. In and out. In, pause, and out. Coming back into the middle, let's go for the other side. So let's go for your left foot. Same thing, the right foot's about 45 degrees. Check your hips are facing the direction of your left toes. And then just check that when you bend your knee, it doesn't go past the ankle there. So breathing in and out. Breathing in, pause, and out. In and out. Feel those roots. Feel like you're breathing out. As you breathe out, all of the yuck in your body, all of the stress and tension, anxiety, goes down into the earth to be recycled. Breathing in. Find where the stress and tension is. Breathing out. Send it down through the roots. Breathing in, pause, and out. Feel the strength of this pose in your feet. Breathing in, that strong connection with the earth. Feel your entire nervous system just calming down, bringing you to a place of stillness and rest, a sense of safety and calm. One more. And out. Breathing in and out. And coming back into the middle. Back to the original stance that you had. Okay. And breathing in gently, very slowly. And out. Let your hands move with the breath. Breathing in super slowly and out. Now is the time to connect with Source, to tune in, and to set very clear intentions on what it is you want to achieve this month or this year. And out. In. And out. Breathing in. Feel everything slowing down. This is fantastic for twos to do. Anyone who has 2 in their life path number system numbers. If you don't know what that is, you're quite welcome to message me and find out. But you'll know it. You'll know it if you're a 2, because you overdo things, overrush, feel overwhelmed a lot of the time. Often have unhealthy boundaries with relationships. People come in and invade your space, invade your time. Way too much. That means you're probably a 2. You've got 2 somewhere in your numbers. So this is fantastic for 2s because their nervous system is always on the edge and down. One more time. Super slow. Breathe it in and out. Breathing in and out. Just palms facing the earth, knees nice and soft, and again imagine roots growing out of the palms of your hands, the soles of your feet and the base of your spine. Breathe in, go to anywhere in your body or your mind where there's still possibly tension, pain or anxiety. Convert that tension, pain or anxiety into red light, then breathe out, send it out through those roots. out into the earth. And then breathing in beautiful, bright, white healing light up through the roots, up into your heart, and breathe out, relax. One more time, breathe in, find any place of tension or pain, anxiety or stress. Convert to red light, breathe it out, send the red light down the roots, out into the earth. Then breathing in, bright, white healing light, up through the roots, up into your heart. Then breathing out. You might start to feel a bit of a numb pain in your feet, and that's the energy trying to release. So continue to imagine breathing out as we go through the rest of the yoga class. If it becomes quite annoying, go out and touch a tree or go and stand on the earth with your bare feet and breathe it out. Keep breathing out. I'll just pause the video and do a few more of those movements. Okay, we're going to do our triangles. Very exciting. So as I said, there are modifications to this. I'll show you the full version. And if you've done this yoga with me before, you're more than welcome to join in if you know that you're groovy to do the full version. If you're menstruating first 3 days, if you're pregnant, if you're postnatal, do the one from the warm-up, which is this, okay, that we were doing before. If you have back, knee, hip or sacroiliac issues, you do need to exercise caution, okay, and you may want to do the modification. All right, so the full version, you can modify this if you are pregnant or first 3 days of menstrual cycle. You can just bring your feet in closer, but I'll show you that in a moment. So you can have your feet a fair distance apart. You breathe in, the hands come up, breathe out, just relax the shoulders. Then lift up the right toes and just pivot them 45 degrees that way out, okay? And then lift the right heel and line it up. So basically do it about 45 degrees. Line it up so you've got a straight line from your heel straight through the arch of your left foot. Okay, so that's a straight line now. All right, keep this leg fairly straight. So breathing in, breathing out, you lean across. Okay, and then you gently allow your right hand to come down. It can go down as far as the ankle if you like, but the chest stays back. Okay, you don't lean forward like this, so the chest stays back, and then the hand comes up. So that is your triangle. All right, you can get to the floor if it's actually possible for you to get that far, and then reach out, lift up and down. That's the full version. So you can instead of going all the way to the floor, of course, you can actually just grab your knee if you need to, and just open up your chest and just come to here if you have any blood pressure issues, heart condition, etc., instead of coming all the way up. All right, you can place your hand on a block, okay, a yoga block, and you can definitely place your hand on a chair. So you put your foot just beside the chair, and then your hand comes to the chair, gives you lots of stability. Get it lined up so it's at the perfect spot there, and then either to here if there's blood pressure issues, heart condition, shoulder, or you can come up. Okay, so that is a possibility for anybody who has a concern there. All right, so, and as I said, pregnant, menstrual, you can come in more shallow, still do the foot movement, but just to here, okay? So just a very, very soft movement, so you're getting a little bit. Or, of course, doing this movement is perfectly fine for those health considerations. All right, so choose a width here. We're going to go out to the right first. So at the moment, your feet are like train tracks. They're pointing the same way. Your toes are lined up at the same length, distance from the edge of your mat there. Breathing in, open the arms up, breathe out, relax the arms. And next time you breathe in, just lift the right toes and turn them 45 degrees out, okay? Then lift the right heel and turn it 45 degrees in. So now you have a straight line from this foot straight into that arch, okay? And keep these legs fairly straight. Breathing in and breathing out, lean the torso across to the right, and then gently bring your hand down to wherever feels comfortable. Keep the body in one plane here, and then up you go. Looking straight up at the sky. If at any point you feel anything twinging or any pain, please do bring your hands down to the floor and modify. And then breathing in, reaching out, up, and then bring the hands down. You can bring the hands down to the floor if you like, just to rest for a moment. I don't recommend doing these triangles last thing at night because they can kind of rev you up a bit. But of course, if you're going to be up for another few hours or you want to get some work done or something, then it's a fantastic thing to do. Particularly if you're a pitter, it can be a bit too much. So, yeah. Or if it's particularly hot where you are, pitters are going to start to get all steamy. Okay, and that's an Ayurvedic thing, by the way, in case you don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so breathing in, breathing out, relax the shoulders. And then breathing in, your left toes 45 degrees and your left heel 45 degrees. So now you've got a beautiful straight line from that left foot straight through to the arch of your right foot. Keep the legs fairly straight, just a tiny bend just to soften the knees. Breathing in, breathing out, lean across, and then down comes the left hand to wherever feels like the best spot to go. Keep the body in a nice plane here and looking up. Feel that you're seeing things a little bit more clearly. Things are coming into place. The bits of the jigsaw puzzle are coming into place here. And then breathing in. Of course, you can go back and rewind and redo that triangle. We'll keep moving on because we don't want to lose our meditation time as well. So that's why we're going to keep just working through what we're doing here. Okay, so quite vigorous. As I said, you're more than welcome to rewind and redo those two. Now we're going to do the rotated triangle, and I will demo this. Again, menstrual, pregnant, spinal disc issues and hernia issues and postnatal for the first 3 months. You're not going to do this movement, okay? Definitely not. You're going to continue to do this, okay? Or the very, very modified version of the first one that we did, okay? If there's back, knee, hip, or blood pressure issues, please exercise caution, and you'll probably need to do the modifications. So I'll just show you from the front what this one looks like, then I'll show you from the back, okay, with the other leg. So this is quite a strong posture. Again, the knees, the legs will be lined up, the toes will be the same distance from the edge of your mat, okay, and the hands come up. But this time you lift up your heel, okay, your right heel, and pivot it all the way 90 degrees. So you've kind of got a straight line from that foot across to the toes of your left foot, okay. And then breathing in. All right, and when you breathe out, you push the left heel away, all right? So it gets pushed away from your body, and the hands scoop around, the whole body turns to the back. The left hand comes to the floor if possible, your palms facing outwards, and I will show you this from the front. And then when you feel balanced enough, coming up and looking up at the sky, if that's at all possible. And then hands come down, lifting up, open up, and down. All right, now I'll show you that from the back because it can be a little bit tricky to work out what I'm doing there. So making sure the feet are lined up, that's pretty important. I'm going to run into the tree there, so I'll just move myself. All right, and then you lift up the heel, it pivots around, so now it's at 90 degrees to your toes, so it's pointing at your which one am I doing here? So because I'm backwards, I'm not going to even talk about which leg I'm doing here. So breathe in, keeping the legs fairly straight. You breathe out, scoop until the other hand is at the front, the opposite hand to the foot, the palm faces outwards, and then when you're feeling balanced enough, the hand comes up above and you look straight up at the sky. And then down, lifting up and across. It may need just a little bit of modification, Sometimes you need to move that foot just a tiny bit on either side to get the right balance there. I definitely need it to there, so I'll have a look at that. All right, modification again, of course, go for the chair. If you're at all concerned, go for the chair. Now, say if I'm going from the back here, you're going to want to be able to place your hand on the chair, basically directly above your foot, okay? So you're going to want to do that. And you probably won't go all the way up. You'll probably just come to here. All right? That would be the modification. You can have the feet very shallow, like I said. Do the 90 degrees. And then just do a very gentle spin around like this, if there is those health considerations. But please, within your limits, chat to your health professional first. Okay, so if you feel that it ends up being a bit out of balance, so if you get to this point and you're like, all right, I'm coming around, push that heel away, and I'm like, oh, I can't balance, move that foot further across, so further forward, I suppose, and that should give you enough balance to come down. Okay, so I might move it just a tiny bit more forwards. So I'll show you what that looks like. Line up your toes with the edge of the mat so they're both facing the same way. Breathing in, breathing out. Now lift up the right heel, pivot until it's 90 degrees, and then just walk it just a little bit further towards the front of your mat. Okay, I think that should give us enough stability to do this. Okay, breathing in, keeping the legs fairly straight here. And remember to push that heel out. So as we go out, push that heel away from the body. Swing the hand, so now your left hand is facing the right side. Okay, and then down it goes. Palm facing away from your foot. And when you're feeling balanced enough, bring your hand up above, looking up the direction that your hand is going. And then coming down. Whew, still a little bit out of balance there. Up and across and down. Okay, these are quite vigorous movements. You do need to make sure that you're warmed up beforehand. Let's have a look at the other side. If you are very dizzy and find it very difficult to balance, have some water, because that can actually help with your balance. Dehydration equals not balancing. Okay, let's have a go at the left side. So breathing in, breathing out, and then breathing in. Lift up the left heel and point it towards your right toes. And again, just walk your foot another inch towards the front of your mat. We'll see if that one works. So breathing in, and don't forget to push this heel back. So push that heel away, swing the hands. No, I can feel it's not gonna, I don't know if I go the other way. Let's see if this works. And down. Palm facing away from the foot. And then up we go. Looking straight up at the hand. And then hand comes down. Breathing in and down. So you may be feeling quite refreshed, quite invigorated, and you might start to feel some creative solutions coming through for those goals we're looking at this month. So coming back in. Well done. You have well and truly deserved a deep relaxation. So that's what we're going to be doing now. So you're going to lay on the floor, on your back preferably, flat on your back. Have just a little blankie over you if you can, or a sheet or something if that's comfortable for you. Or if it's quite cold where you are, obviously go for a thicker blankie. If you get lower back issues, please place something underneath your knees, a rolled up blanket or a rolled up mat under your knees. Preferably nothing underneath your head, but if you know you're going to need something, a little bit of something under your head, please do that. Okay, and if this is your very first deep relaxation, just take it as it comes. You may phase in and out of doing what it is I'm talking about, and that's the same with the meditation as well. So just doing whatever feels comfortable for you. So laying on your back, we'll go straight into it. Laying on your back, arms out by your side, palms faced up. And just allow your feet just to flop out whichever way they'd like to go. Allow your spine to have its natural curvature. Tucking your chin in just a little bit so it has you have a lovely long neck there. And then just give yourself permission to deeply relax, to really come to this place of calmness and letting the energy from our beautiful earth sequence and our triangles to really settle into your being, all your energy centers for this couple of weeks that we've got coming up with the new moon. So yeah, giving yourself permission to deeply relax and let that energy sit and settle inside of you. Okay, and closing your eyes if that's comfortable. Or you can place something over your eyes, or just gaze very softly. Okay, move your awareness down your torso, down your legs, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Breathing in, squeezing your feet and your toes. And breathing out, release. Breathing in again, push the toes away from the body. Feel a lovely stretch in the shins there. And breathing out, release. Breathing in again, push the heels away from the body and the toes up towards the head. Big stretch in your calf muscles. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness further up the legs, up to the knees. Breathing in, gently pushing those knees down in towards the floor. Feel the quads engaged to do this. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness further up the legs, up to the buttocks. Breathing in, squeeze the buttocks. Feel like your hips are rising just a little bit up towards the sky. And breathing out, release. Move your awareness around to the lower part of your back. Breathing in, gently pushing the lower back down in towards the floor. Feel that gentle pressure between your lower back and the floor. And breathing out, release. Keep your awareness in your lower back. Breathing in again, gently pushing the lower back down in towards the floor. Feel that gentle pressure. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness around to the front of the torso. Breathing in, squeezing the abdominal muscles down in towards the floor. Nice big squeeze. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness further up the torso, up to the chest. Breathing in, pushing that chest up towards the sky. At the same time, push the shoulder blades in towards each other underneath the body. Big stretch up. And breathing out, release. And then reversing that motion, breathing in, lifting the shoulders off the floor and pushing that chest down in towards the floor. Feel that beautiful stretch across the shoulder blades. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness across the shoulders and down the arms, all the way down to both of your hands and fingertips. Breathing in, gently curling the fingers over to make a very soft fist with both hands. And breathing out, releasing those gentle fists. Breathing in again, create a much stronger fist with both hands, lifting both arms just a few centimeters off the floor. And breathing out, releasing your fists and splaying those fingers out as far from each other as possible. Turn the palms in towards the body, down towards the floor, and even a little further around. Turn the palms back in towards the body and up towards the sky and even a little bit beyond. And breathing out, releasing your arms and your hands back down to the floor, palms faced up. Move your awareness back up your arms and up to your neck. Breathing in, squeezing the neck. And breathing out, release. Move your awareness up to your chin, your jaw, your mouth and your tongue. And without making any sounds, imagine you're saying the letters A, E, I, O, U. Then opening the mouth really wide and doing a lovely big yawn. Pointing the tongue up out to the sky, across to the right, across to the left, around in a circle in one direction, and then around in the other direction. And place the tongue back in the mouth and engage the jaw. Allow the jaw to go around in one direction, and then around in the other direction. Then release the jaw and close the mouth, and make a frown and a smile at the same time. Push the eyebrows all the way down and lift up the corners of the mouth as high as you can. Big breath in. And breathing out, releasing your frowny smile. Looking all over your face for all the muscles you can find. Then breathing in, squeezing all the facial muscles. Your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, your cheeks, your nose, your mouth, chin and jaw. Big breath in. And breathing out. Release. Allow all the facial muscles to melt into the floor. Move your awareness around to just behind your ears and all over your scalp. Imagining you can squeeze this area. Breathing in, giving it a lovely big squeeze. And breathing out. Release. And then make a request that you would like all the effects of fear to be cleansed and vacuumed from your body. Move your awareness to a beautiful celestial vacuum tube at the crown of your head. Request the speed you would like this tube to go at, slow, medium or fast. And then allow this vacuum tube to work its way into the crown of your head, cleansing and vacuuming away all the effects of fear from behind your eyes, your right ear, the back of your head, your left ear, vacuuming into your sinus area, vacuuming down into your mouth, the left side of your jaw, the right side of your jaw. You can see all the darkness and blackness going up this vacuum tube and away to be recycled. Vacuuming down your throat and your neck, vacuuming into your right lung, vacuuming down your right arm into your right hand and fingertips, vacuuming back up your right arm into your right shoulder, across to your left shoulder, vacuuming down your left arm into your left hand and fingertips, Then vacuuming back up your left arm into your left lung. And then vacuuming into your heart. Then vacuuming into your stomach. Vacuuming into your pancreas, your spleen, your liver, your left kidney, your right kidney. Vacuuming down into your bowels, your lower pelvic organs. Vacuuming into your left hip, your right hip. Down your right leg, through your right knee, all the way down to your right foot and toes. Then vacuuming back up your right leg into your right buttocks, across to your left buttocks, down your left leg, through your left knee, all the way down to your left foot and toes. And then requesting that all the space that's now being created by cleansing and vacuuming away all the effects of fear from your body be filled up with beautiful, bright, white, healing light. And so the switch on the vacuum tube is reversed. And as you breathe in, this beautiful, bright, white, healing light enters your left toes, your left foot and ankle, your left lower leg, knee, upper leg and buttocks. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles in all of your left leg. The tube moves across to your right foot. As you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your right toes, your right foot and ankle, your right lower leg, knee, upper leg and buttocks. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your right leg. The tube moves down to the base of your pelvis. As you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your pelvic area, your middle torso, your upper torso, chest, heart and lungs. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your torso. The tube moves across to your right hand. And as you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your right fingertips, your right fingers, palm, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and your right shoulder. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your right arm. The tube moves across to your left hand. And as you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your left fingertips, your left fingers, palm, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and your left shoulder. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your left arm. The tube moves down to the base of your spine. And as you breathe in, this beautiful light enters the base of your spine and works its way up through every single disc and vertebrae in your lumbar spine, your thoracic spine, up into your cervical spine, your head, your neck, and the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into your head, your neck, and your spine. Your whole body is now glistening and gleaming and sparkling with this beautiful, bright white, healing light. And you affirm to yourself, I am strong. I am calm. I am refreshed. I see creative solutions to life's challenges. I am safe. All is well. I am strong. I am calm. I am refreshed. I see creative solutions to life's challenges. I am safe. All is well. I am strong. I am calm. I am refreshed. I see creative solutions to life's challenges. I am safe. All is well. And sit with that affirmation for a few moments. And then move your awareness to a space just above the crown of your head. A ball of beautiful golden light is hovering there just above the floor. You take a deep breath in and all of this beautiful golden light comes from the ball and works its way into the crown of your head. As you breathe out, this beautiful golden light showers down your head, your neck, your spine, across your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands and fingertips, showering down your torso, through your pelvis, showering down your legs, through your knees, showering all the way down to the very tips of your toes. Every single cell in your body has been re-energized, revitalized, and rejuvenated by this beautiful golden light. And you start to notice what parts of your body are touching the floor. Your heels, your calves, your buttocks, your shoulders, the backs of your arms and the backs of your hands, and the back of your head. And you start to wriggle your fingers and wriggle your toes. You very gently bring your knees up to your chest and give them a lovely hug with your arms. And gently sway them from side to side, around in a circle in one direction, and then around in a circle in the other direction. And then gently rolling over to your right side, resting your head on your right arm. Using this important moment to consolidate what we've done so far in this yoga class. We did the beautiful earth sequence, which brings a sense of hope and joy, allows you to be responsible for your own life and what you attract, allows you to engage in dream fulfillment, a sense of strength and inspiration, a deep sense of calm, stillness and safety, and personal acceptance. The extended lateral triangle gave us a wider picture, a clearer seeing of our dreams, made us aware of nature and beauty, and gave us that ever needed feeling of freedom and joy. Our rotated triangle refreshed us, invigorated us, and gave us creative solutions to life's challenges. And of course, the deep relaxation re-energized, revitalized, and rejuvenated the entire body and the entire mind in preparation for the rest of your day and for your week to come. Imagine yourself sitting in the upright position before you move, and keeping the eyes closed, gently pushing yourself up into a sitting position. And then rubbing those palms together to create a lovely warmth between the palms. And place those nice warm palms over your closed eyes. Then allow the eyes to open in that nice, warm, safe place. And then gently tapping your forehead, your temples, your chin and your jaw. Back up to the top of your head, the back of your head, your shoulders, your chest, down your side of your torso, your thighs and knees and your buttocks. And shake out the side. And then breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out, a little bit of a shoulder roll. Lovely. Hope you enjoyed that deep relaxation. We're going to go straight into our pranayama, our breathing technique, and then we're going to do our meditation. So the main breathing technique we're going to do today is the cooling breath, and we're going to also use the gesture of tolerance while we do that. So the cooling breath is fantastic for calming you down, soothing you, making you feel very tranquil, and it relieves stress and anxiety and an overactive or agitated mind. So very good idea. And this is mainly working on that Chiron thing, the Chiron thing that we were saying before. The Sun and Moon tight with Chiron, and Mars is also square with Chiron, which creates that restlessness and frustration, impatience and anger. And it's the wounded healer, so it's feeling that pain, but possibly not knowing what to do with it. So this will allow you to just work through that and not be stuck in that place. The triangles also unstuck you. They unstick you, so they allow freedom to happen. In particularly the extended lateral triangle, the first one we did. Okay, so the cooling breath, you either curl your tongue over, so like that, if you can do that, or you just hold your teeth together and breathe in through your teeth, so like that, okay? And the gesture we're going to do is a gesture of tolerance. So we're going to start with our little fingers and ring fingers touching and our palms just facing in towards our heart. And then we'll add the next two fingers and eventually we'll add the thumbs, okay, as we go through it. So sitting up nice and tall, you can obviously sit on a chair, but just make sure your feet are in contact with the floor and your back is off the back of the chair, so you're sitting up nice and tall there. Okay, so first holding your little fingers and your ring fingers together, and your palms are facing inwards there. Curl your tongue over or hold your teeth together. I'll do it with the teeth so you can hear me a bit better of what I'm doing. So, and you're going to breathe in like as if we're filling up our tummy with air. So big breath in, pause, feel the coolness in your mouth, close your mouth, and then out through your nose. You might instantly feel a relief here. Breathing in again, pause, feel the coolness in your mouth, close your mouth, out through your nose. In again. Pause, feel the coolness, close the mouth, out through the nose. Add your middle fingers and your pointer fingers. Breathing in. Pause, feel the coolness, Close the mouth, out through the nose. In again. Pause, feel the coolness. Close the mouth, out through the nose. One more time, breathing in. Pause, feel the cool. Close the mouth, out through the nose. Add the thumbs. Breathing in. Pause, feel the cool. Close the mouth, out through the nose. And again. Pause, feel the cool. Close the mouth, out through the nose. One more time. In again. Pause, feel the cool. Close the mouth, out through the nose. Lovely. And just release that. Of course, you're more than welcome to do that breathing technique as many times as you like through the week, particularly if you're feeling this strong energy with Chiron there. And we're just going to do a couple of alternate nostril breaths. I've done this over the last couple of sessions that we've done, yoga classes. You bring your right hand up, put your middle finger between your eyebrows and your third eye, little finger up against your left nostril and your thumb up against your right nostril. And use your left hand just to support you there, sitting up nice and tall. When we breathe, we're going to breathe in as if we're filling up our tummy there. If you have any breathing difficulties or vertigo or blood pressure issues, just continue with the cooling breath there. Don't go into this one. You can close your eyes if you like. I'll just switch hands so I can do it with you. We're just going to do a few breaths here to prepare us for the meditation. So, blocking off your left nostril and breathing in through your right nostril, filling up your tummy. Pause, then switch fingers. Breathe out through your left nostril. Pause. Breathe in through your left. Pause. Switch fingers. Out through your right. Pause. In through your right. Pause. Switch fingers. Out through your left. Pause. In through your left. Pause. Switch fingers. Out through your right. Pause. In through your right. Pause. Switch fingers. Out through your left. Pause. In through your left. Pause. Switch fingers. Out through the right. Okay, and then just releasing that gesture there. And we're going to head into the meditation. It's going to be around about 8 or 9 minute meditation. So just getting yourself nice and comfortable. We'll do the gesture of solitude. So turn your palms away from each other and join your fingers up and then just roll back over. And then allow your thumbs to rest on top. If that gets uncomfortable for your fingers, please just go into a normal hand clasp or just do your gesture of wisdom there as an alternative. And then just rest your hands wherever they feel comfortable. And then just closing your eyes, and we'll settle the body first before we go into the full meditation. So breathing in, move your awareness to your toes, your feet, your ankles, your lower legs, your knees, your upper legs. And as you breathe out, allow them to rest and settle and sink down into the earth. Breathe in again, move your awareness to your pelvis, your middle torso, upper torso, chest, heart and lungs. And as you breathe out, allow your whole torso to sink down into the earth. Breathing in again, move your awareness to your fingertips, your fingers, your palms, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders. As you breathe out, allow the shoulders, arms and hands to rest in the mudra. Breathing in again, move your awareness to your spine, your neck, your head, the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, allow your head, your neck and your spine to rest and settle into the earth. Then move your awareness back down to your feet and your legs and your buttocks. Imagine there's a big taproot growing out of the base of your spine deep down into the earth. Really big, thick taproot going down 5, 10, 15 meters deep down into the earth. And other small roots are growing off this taproot, giving you a very strong connection with the earth. And there's more smaller roots growing out of your buttocks down into the earth, the back of your legs, the front of your legs, your knees. Hundreds of small roots growing down into the earth from your shins, your calves, your ankles, the soles of your feet, the front of your feet, and out of your toes. Hundreds of little roots growing deep, deep down into the earth, feeling that strong connection planted into the earth. Then breathing in, finding a place in the body or the mind where there's stress, tension, anxiety or pain, and transform that emotion, that energy into red light. As you breathe out, send that red light down the body, through the roots, deep down into the earth to be recycled. Watch the red light travel down. And then breathing in beautiful, bright, white, healing light up through all the roots, up into your heart. And breathing out, allowing the heart to rest and settle. Breathing in again, finding the place, if there is a place of anxiety, stress, tension in your muscles, in your body, or in your mind. Transform it into red light. As you breathe out, send that red light down again through the roots, deep down into the earth, to be recycled. Then breathing in beautiful, bright, white, healing light up through the roots, all the way up into the heart. And breathing out, release. Allow the heart to rest and settle. Allowing yourself to rest in stillness for a few moments. You can continue to follow that same breathing in to a place and the red light and sending it down. Or you can move your focus to the pressure you can feel on your fingers or your buttocks resting on your seat or your legs, or just your breath in general. Just allow yourself to rest in stillness for a few moments. And breathing in, move your awareness to your crown, your head, your neck, shoulders, arms, hands and fingertips, your upper torso, your middle torso, your pelvic area. As you breathe out, allow the whole upper body to come back into this room, into this present state of awareness. Breathing in again, move your awareness to your buttocks, your upper legs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet and toes. As you breathe out, allow your whole body to come back into this present state of awareness, into this room. Have a sense of where your body is in the room. And then very gently opening your eyes and releasing your mudra. Give your fingers a little bit of a flick. Again, give yourself a little bit of a tap if you think you need to wake yourself up a bit. Bit of a shake, breathing in and out. A bit of a shoulder roll there. I hope you enjoyed that meditation, the earth meditation, and I hope you enjoyed the yoga class. And have a really wonderful new moon in Pisces. It's going to happen at 12:11 a.m. on the 18th, so before the crack of dawn, right in the middle of the night. I hope to see you again in a fortnight for our full moon. And please do share this with as many people as you can, particularly those who you don't think are able to make it to a yoga class for whatever reason. So enjoy your fortnight, and I hope you had a lovely time. I do welcome the feedback as well, and I'll see you then. Namaste.